really into great smoothies. So I'm going to just make one with you now using some of our fertility superfoods. So a superfood for us is...
Do you want me to read the list?
Our berries.
We have berries.
How about if you add to it? Okay, so I love berries because they're massive in bioflavonoids. They taste delicious, and they're helpful for circulation. They're loaded with antioxidants. So in this smoothie, you can use, you're also going to learn when you cook with me, where I try to use recipes, but also just use your intuition and have fun and play. But so this is going to be a handful of raspberries and a handful of blueberries, because that's what I had. But you can do what you have with berries. And then another really important thing about regulating your blood sugar and helping your eggs and your hormones is by having a good amount of fat and nutrient dense fats. So you're going to learn a lot about it from us if you do our courses, but what we're doing here is I'm going to add some chia seeds.
And this is something I think is really interesting too, like looking back on this over years. I think a lot of the comments and the positive feedback we get on the diet is that changing understanding of fats and what are good fats for you and not so good fats for you and how much fat you should really eat, right? I think that's the thing that people come back. Everybody knows you need to eat your vegetables and stuff like that, but I think people don't really understand fats, right? Because we grew up in an odd culture where cholesterol was bad for a long while. You know, definitely my grandparents thought that was really a bad thing. Don't eat eggs, all that. That was
oh my God, we grew up on a fat-free diet, straight up.
You did?
I was like this, when I graduated from high school, we were all eating fat-free. Do you remember there was all this fat-free?
Yes, and they were just filled with sugar, right?
Yeah, and I had so little hair. I looked like this, like my high school graduation.
I'm sure that the high school cheerleader dancer looked like that.
Anyway, so what else went in this smoothie was hemp seeds, because this is another fat that we love to use. It's got fat in it, and it's got some...
We like the proteins in there too.
Calcium, iron, protein, magnesium. Magnesium's very hard to find. You'll hear us talk a lot about magnesium. That's in here. And then this...
And the hemp protein apparently is the one that has the really good branched chain amino acids for mood. So that's like a really interesting protein profile that you can't get in a lot of vegetarian foods. So the hemp hearts are really, really important, and they're yummy if you haven't had them, right?
Delicious.
Do you keep yours in the fridge, Hill?
I keep mine in the fridge. I keep all my fat, I keep my nuts and my seeds in the fridge. Mm-hmm. But that's just me. So, and then I'm going to keep, this is a vegan cashew yogurt that I love for probiotics. My children are hungry, so they're just walking around.
Anyway, you know what? That's good. Hi, guys.
Like
your dog.
And then we decided that in this smoothie, we wanted to use tahini. So sometimes we use almond butter as a base. This is tahini. Tahini's ground up sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are high. There's calcium in there, but very high in iron. And
it's from hummus. It's the stuff from hummus, right? Or lemon tahini dressing.
Where else? Trying so hard to get your iron levels high and your micronutrients high from your diet. So, and I also put kale in there. I said that right, because we put greens and vegetables in most of our smoothies. But a couple spoons.
So the greens, did you take that out of the freezer, the kale?
The kale I just had in the fridge. Oh. Actually, this one I haven't done anything frozen. I was going to put in 2 ice cubes, but you know, whatever. And then I'm adding cinnamon. Oh, it's smelling so good because of the cinnamon and the ginger. I'm adding just cinnamon to this because I like the way cinnamon tastes. And I find tahini and cinnamon go really well together. And I'm going to add a pinch of vanilla. So
Hillary's really anal about measuring everything out. Really. But you're following the recipe, right?
I'm making it up as I go, but I'm just wanting to show. But we'll send a recipe. We'll send the recipe. Okay. And this is the Cultivate Fertility. We have a protein powder with greens that we love. It will soon be available on our website. But so I'm adding protein powder to this because that's what makes my day. So then you can use, I tend to use, we use oat milks, almond milks,
hemp milk.
Hemp milk. So I have cashew milk here, and I'm going to fill that up with to make it. And then I add a little bit of water. This is just filtered water because I don't like it so milky. And I'm going to kind of show you that. Blending. Okay, this is I have a Vitamix that I love to use, but this little NutriBullet is so cheap. It's fairly reasonable compared to like a Vitamix. It works great with the vegetables. The vegetables get blended right up. So if you want to avoid getting all the seeds stuck, you start with putting the liquid in first. I didn't do that, but anyway.
Right. Well, Hillary is blending this.
Sorry, it's really loud. It's not like the most gorgeous color that you're going to eat, but